Hey everybody, welcome back to the Running Through YouTube page. My name is Justin Horniger. If this is your first time here, I've been wanting to make this video, or something like this, since the Missouri State final cross-country meet last weekend. Now, with today's news that the NCAA Division I Northeast Regional will be moved to a road because of weather warning, because of ice conditions, I don't want to sound like some boomer yelling at the clouds right now about how the sport is changing and I hate change. But at what point do you have to stop and ask yourself, is this really cross country anymore? It started happening when I was before I was in college, and in high school. When I was in high school, we wanted to run on the fastest courses so you can have the fastest times. But at some point, cross country isn't about fast times. Cross country is about placement, and it's about tough courses, and it's about being able to say you ran on this really tough course, and here's my time, and here's my place, and I won on the toughest course. So I want to talk about the Missouri State meet first, and I'll talk about regionals, and then I'll talk about kind of what this all means, what the sport looks like. So the Missouri State course traditionally was one of the hardest courses in the country. Matthew Tegenkamp ran 15-something and had the state record on what was, at the time, one of the most difficult courses in the country. And no one could touch that record. And they made the course easier by cutting out some hills. People finally got the record, and they kept making the course easier because they wanted to be more on par with the times that people were running in the rest of the country, which I get. I understand that point. And at some point, uniformity is good, especially when there are national meets to consider, especially when, we can't all have unique races when you have to compare yourself against other states. Missouri track and field, Missouri cross-country athletes, Missouri runners have been underappreciated for a while now. And what it does when you make the courses faster is you kind of build up some of that appreciation, because it's a fast state, it's a very athletic state. Pound for pound, it's produced a lot of Olympians, more than other states of similar sizes, because we have two major metropolitan areas that produce a lot of quality talent. But that being said, now you get to the point where it's a pancake flat course. They moved it to Columbia from Jeff City, and the state times that were impressive in the past are now Matthew Tegenkamp now is top 10, and he's 8th place instead of number 1 or top 3, where you have 5 of the top times of this year's state meet in the top 10 all time. And that kind of skews the results a little bit. It skews the eras. It makes you think that now is the fastest time that we've ever had, when frankly it's probably on average. It's an average year. Every year is pretty fast. But when you kind of take that, you juxtapose it to today's news that because of the ice storm, because of the snowstorms in Buffalo, they're going to move the D1 Northeast region from the course at University of Buffalo, move it out into the roads on the campus. Is that really cross-country anymore? And it's kind of a lose-lose for the athletes, because the athletes can't kind of control anything, and it might be a little bit faster of a region because it's on flat roads instead of on the grass and spikes. It's going to be different when it comes to at-large bids. If you have to compare regions to regions, it's going to affect some things down the line that we might not be thinking of, but at some point, what can you do? It's a lose-lose scenario. But you have to wonder, when a cross-country race isn't being run on a grass course anymore, when snow and ice is as much of a factor on a grass cross-country course that you can't hold it there anymore, are we really running what is traditional cross-country anymore? And that's where I want to leave it, because it might not be a popular opinion. I know that there are a lot of people that I've talked to who are in the sport, who deal with course management and that sort of thing, who love the idea of faster times, of pancake flat manicure courses, want the kids to run fast. And I can see that, because as a track guy myself, I loved running fast, and that was always I just loved running a 16:45 on a short course versus running 18 minutes on a hard course. I get it. I get the appeal. But at some point, what sets the sport apart is that the course is going to be harder. There's just this environment around a cross-country meet that isn't found on the roads or on the track, and I feel like that's something that we are in danger of losing. Let me know what you think. Sound off in the comments. I want to make this a bit of a conversation. Are you okay with the way that cross-country is moving to faster courses, more manicure courses, or are you more of someone who wants to see it go back to kind of these tougher courses. Things that, I don't know, I go back and forth because I, as an athlete, love running fast courses, but as a spectator, as somebody who loves to see the sport get passed on for the quality of future generations of cross-country athletes, I feel like the things that set the sport apart are how hard it is. And yeah, it's hard to run fast, but it's also hard to run fast over a hilly course. So anyway, let me know what you guys think. Sound off in the comments below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of these, subscribe to me. You know what to do, and I'll talk to you guys later.